everyone, let's make two matching ornaments, one bigger, one smaller. So firstly, I sand off any imperfection of the styrofoam balls on both of them. Then I painted both of my styrofoam balls with white paint. Twice, of course, let it dry between each layer, and then it was time to decoupage some cute rustic flowers on my styrofoam balls. And for this I am using decoupage glue, and I only glued it on the top half of my ornaments, and I chose some smaller and some bigger images the way they fit on my ornaments. So one of the styrofoam ball I think is 4 inches or 10 centimeters, and the other one should be 6 I think, or 15 centimeters. So as you can see, the rice paper, I had it custom printed and I got the images from Etsy. So because I had a customer asking me to make rustic brown inspired ornaments, so I did two of course my customer never came back, but it doesn't matter, I made a video. So maybe somebody else will see them and will like to have them or something, so you never know. Okay, and now it is time to blend the top half of my ornament, and for this I am using ivory paint and some brown paint for some shading. So as you can see, I didn't stick with the white part of my ornament, I painted it all ivory, and bottom part of my ornament I painted in brown paint on both of my ornaments. So both of my ornaments are pretty made the same way. Now I am using one step Crackle medium on the brown part of my ornaments. So I'm applying it only on the half part, as you can see here on both of my ornaments I did it, and you apply this one from pen tart and until you let it dry, and after it's dry you apply paint. So it was drying, so I did use my trusty decoupage glue on the other part of my ornament with the flowers, and of course again I let this part dry before continuing working on my ornaments, and again I did it on both of my ornaments. And now my bottom part of my ornaments is dry, the crackle, and now it's time to apply another shade of brown. And this way you are doing it when your paint start drying up. Don't go over it with another paint because you will ruin your crackles. And now it is time to put another crackle. It's a two-step crackle, and I am applying the first step of my crackle, which you can see is this white like a paste stuff, and you let it dry until it becomes transparent and it is not sticky anymore. So usually when I'm doing this I let it like 12 hours, but of course you can just leave it until it doesn't stick to your fingers. So, and then it was time, after drying that, it was time to apply my second step, which is this liquidy stuff. And again you let it dry. The best way to let this crackle dry is in a natural state, but if you want to like speed up the process, you can use heat gun or hair dryer on the second part of the crackle. And now let's see those crackle with some paste, wax paste, and this way you apply the paste and clean it with paper towel or soft cloth. It's up to you. Of course, you can clean it up, and if you are not satisfied with the way the crackles are, just use a heat gun and more crackles will show up. I do hope you can see those crackles here, and with this two-step crackle from Pentard, you must use solvent-based varnish to seal it up. Don't use water-based, you will ruin your design and crackles and everything. So don't do that, just use firstly solvent-based varnish, let it dry, and after that is dry you can use your pouring glaze, which I use for more shiny look on my styrofoam balls. You don't have to, I did it so it becomes more glass looking, but only after my solvent-based varnish was dry. And now it is time to decorate it a little bit more, and for this I use air drying clay, a mold, and I glued it all with express glue from Pentard around my ornament in the middle where those two images meet, and I did it on both of my ornaments. Of course, I use this mold and I use the other mold with the butterflies on it, and here I am checking it fits, and I glued it, and then after it was glued I let it all dry before continue working on it. If you like this kind of videos, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do give me a nice comment or a thumbs up, it helps me grow, and let me know how you like these two ornaments so far. So here you can see I am applying some butterflies as well, or gluing some butterflies as well on my ornaments. Of course you can apply whatever you want to, and taking excess of the glue off my ornament. Now it is dry and it is time to paint the clay part, and for this I'm using these acrylic paints. So firstly I painted all of it with brown paint, and I wiped off any excess of the paint with wet towel. Can you believe how many steps there are to make such ornament? Oh my god, I didn't even realize how many steps I did here. It's just crazy. So now I'm wiping off the excess of the paint, and I did it again of both of my ornaments. And after this brown paint was dry, it was time to decorate it a little bit more, and for this I was using the other shades of acrylic paints I have here, and as you saw there I was also painting the cup of my ornaments because I had only silver ones and I wanted to match my ornaments, so I painted that also in brown paint. And now with soft brush and dry brush I am applying more paint on it, as you can see here, wiping off excess and just applying it on the clay part of my ornament. And now everything is dry and it is time to seal my clay part, which I am using matte varnish for this, and I applied it only on the clay part of my ornaments, and then I let it dry. And the next step was to seal my cups as well. So I'm sealing those as well, and then I am using some wax paste to give a nice shimmer to my clay parts of my ornaments. And technically now I would say my ornaments are finished. The only thing to do is to put the caps on. So as you can see, some shimmer. Now putting the caps on my ornament, making sure the right way because my bigger butterfly is there, so it will face that well when it's hanged. And the same on the small one, making sure that it is there. And yeah, my ornaments are finished, and here they are, nice and finished. I hope you enjoy watching this video. I'm sure you cannot see those crackles here, but a little close-up look will show them. They are there, the crackles on my ornaments. So here they are, little close-up look of my two ornaments. Again, hope you enjoy watching this video, and until next time, bye.